All right, welcome Algebra 2. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to look at 4.4 today. So last section we did 4.3, which was on factoring. 4.4 is also on factoring, except now we're going to be dealing with a coefficient or an a value that's not equal to 1. You saw a couple of those on the homework and we had questions on them, but instead of having just like x squared plus, 2x plus 1 and factor that, we're simply going to have a coefficient that's different. So we'll put a number in front of that x squared, which makes things just a little bit more complicated, but really it's the same stuff. So to start off with, I want you to do a warm-up. So you can pause the video and see if you could do these 4 problems. Okay. So let's quickly go over these. Number 1, all you have to do is multiply these things together. So we're going to distribute the 4y to the 3y and get 12y squared, the 4y to the 8 to get 32y. Then we're going to get 3y to 3y to get 9y, or minus 9y, and then minus 24. We would then combine like terms and get 12y squared plus 23y minus 24 as our final answer. Number 2 was really from the last section. If we want to solve this quadratic equation, we're going to do so by factoring this right here. So we're going to take that trinomial, that 3 terms, and try to break it up into the product of 2 binomials, if we can do so. So we did that with either the snowflake method or just a very traditional method. You could have done it either way you want, but the first terms there have to be an x, and then we'd have to think about what multiplies up to negative 30 and adds up to negative 1 here. And so that has to be a minus 6 and plus 5. If we were to FOIL this, or if we were to distribute this out, we would get the exact same thing on the top. And if we want to solve this now, we would set each of these binomials, each of those factors, equal to 0. So I'd say x minus 6 equals 0 and x plus 5 equals 0. So therefore my answers to this question are x equals 6 and x equals negative 5. All right, number 3 and 4, you just had to find the vertex. This is a little review on 4.1 and 4.2. But number 3 is in standard form right here. So with standard form, in order to find the vertex, you have to do negative b over 2a. So we're going to do negative b divided by 2a. And that's going to be a negative 4, so which would change to a positive 4, divided by 2 times a, which is 2, which means my x value is 1. Of the vertex, my x value is 1. That's also my axis of symmetry, by the way. And then in order to get the y value, well, we have the x value right here. We're going to plug that in to the function. And so we'd get 2 minus 4 would be negative 2, and then minus 3, we should have negative 5 there. So the y value should be negative 5, and your vertex is 1, negative 5. Number 4, this is already in vertex form. So all you need to do is look to the parentheses here and then look to the k value. Look to the h and the k value. And my vertex is simply going to be negative 4. Remember, it's the opposite of that plus 4. In other words, you could ask yourself the question, in that parentheses, what x value would make that 0? What would 0 that off? And negative 4 would do that, because negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So negative 4 is the x, and then the y is going to be 1. So there's my vertex.